Hare Krishna, Chaitanya Prabhu. Nice to see you.
Yes, you as well.
You're in office still?
Yeah, as usual, right? Typically, I mean, I'm playing video games, but
You have so much time. You have opulence of time.
no. I,
I hope I hope I get your time also because I have so many
yeah,
things to do.
opulence of addiction.
And I'm saying you have so much time and I always fall short of time. So
No, it's okay. It's okay.
nice. Hare Krishna, Prashant Prabhu, how are you?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I'm
Yeah,
good.
very nice to see you. So I request if devotees can put max their video on as much as possible, like our Chaitanya Prabhu, such good video. Others also can put their video on, that would be nice. And I'm also seriously thinking about starting this Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. I'm thinking. So maybe we'll do that. So we can start reading maybe. So, it's a nectar devotion. Kartik, hmm. Yeah, this we discussed. Dhruv Maharaj, we discussed. Yeah, so yeah, from here we can read Prabhu. Mm. From Lord Krishna, however, from here we can read. Chaitanya Prabhu would like to start?
Sure. Lord Krishna, however, has explained in the Gita that out of these four types of neophytes, the one who is wise is very dear to him because a wise man, if he is attached to Krishna, is not seeking an exchange of material benefits. A wise man who becomes attached to Krishna does not want any return from him, either in the form of relieving distress or in gaining money. This means that from the very beginning, his basic principle of attachment to Krishna is, more or less, love. Furthermore, due to his wisdom and study of sastras, scriptures, he can understand also that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead.
Yeah, correct. So there are four types of neophyte devotees: Artho, Artharthi, Jnani, Jigyasu. And in that, the wise man is saying he's attached to Krishna. He's not seeking an exchange for material benefits. So the first three categories, especially first two, Artho, Artharthi, are more like like a pure material motive. And Jigyasu is also kind of material because he's inquisitive, but he has his own idea of, I mean, just inquisitive. But Jnani, the wise man, is somebody who is, kind of just wanting to become attached to Krishna, not seeking for any exchange of material benefits. So, Jigyasu also to some extent, but more Jnani. Jnani is like the one who's seeking knowledge, who's seeking Krishna. A wise man who becomes attached to Krishna does not want any return from him, either in the form of relieving distress or in gaining money. So he doesn't want anything, in return. So Artho, Artharthi. Artho is the one who wants to get relief from distress. And the one who wants money is Artharthi. So this means that from the very beginning, this basic principle of attachment to Krishna is more or less love. So that's the approach, when you're approaching Krishna, that is out of love. That is how he connects with Krishna. So due to his wisdom and study of Shastras, he can also understand that Krishna is Sudbhadari Godhead. So Gyani is somewhat who is where here the Gyani is mentioned is not some ordinary Gyani who is like a speculative fellow who is speculating about absolute truth. This Gyani is seeking Krishna because he has understanding of the scriptures and conclusions of the scriptures, and he's seeking Krishna very sincerely, and he's seeking attachment to Krishna out of love. So he's a wise man. He's a Gyani. This Gyani is a different Gyani. So this Gyani is in which is Gita says, no, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavanamam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti. So this Gyani is the one who, after many, many births, he is able to understand Vasudeva is everyone, everything. So you can read the next paragraph, it becomes clear. So Prashant, would you like to read?
It is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita that after many, many births, when one becomes actual wise, he surrenders unto Vasudev, knowing perfectly well that Krishna Vasudev is the origin and cause of all causes. Therefore, he sticks to the lotus feet of Krishna and gradually develops love for him. Although such a wise man is very dear to Krishna, the others are also accepted as very magnanimous, because even though they are distressed or in need of money, they have come to Krishna for satisfaction. Thus, they are accepted as liberal, broad-minded Mahatmas.
So after many, many births, one who becomes actually wise surrenders to Vasudeva. That's what I was saying, no? That he understands Vasudeva is all in all, his origin, cause of all causes. So he sticks to the lotus feet of Krishna and gradually develops love for him. So this Gyani is very special. And Krishna says also, no, this Gyani is very dear to me. Although such a wise man is very dear to Krishna, the others are also expressed as magnanimous. Krishna says Udara, he says Udara. That means all others are he was considering magnanimous. Now it's amazing. Krishna sees all these people as magnanimous because they're coming to him. Now think of this. Krishna, does he need of anything, anyone? No. Actually, he is self-satisfied. He's Atmaram. At the same time, Krishna misses the association of all his loving part and parcels, actually. It's inconceivable. Simultaneously, it's like inconceivable. Though Krishna is self-sufficient, he has so many devotees, hundreds and thousands of Lakshmis and so many great devotees serving him. At the same time, Krishna is still hankers for the love of his all parts and parcels. At the same time. That makes Krishna very special. That makes Krishna very special. Like I'll tell you an example. When Srila Prabhupada was there in Vyasa Puja, so many devotees were worshipping him. Jai Prabhupada, all that he was doing. And then there was one devotee who was limping while being in that ceremony. And Prabhupada's whole attention was on that person. And he called him. He said, you take this medicine, and this will help you. Similarly, Prabhupada was so practical and so much concerned about the devotee actually. So though there's so many people who are adoring Prabhupada, ready to serve him, so many things. But Prabhupada is, just concerned about just one person. Like there was another example. Srila Bhakti was inaugurating a temple, and then there was one devotee. He kind of misbehaved with some lady a little bit, something. And the temple authorities, they sent him. They said they removed him kind of or something. And then he left the temple. And he was a little disturbed. He left. And then when he came, then Bhakti when he came, then he asked, where is the brahmachari? And where is the devotee who was staying here? Then they said, something like that happened, and he said he left. And then Bhakti said that nothing doing. I'm not going to inaugurate until you get the devotee back. So now everybody was so much, anxious and what to do now, how to find that person, because Guru Maharaj is not ready to even inaugurate the temple. And we have done so much of hard work to get this temple and that. And what will happen now? And then they all trying to search, and nobody could find out. Then somebody told that, that devotee was very good in making watches. So probably he might have gone to some, some clock shop. And they were searching in all clock shop. One of the clock shop, actually they got him. And then they requested, please, the temple then fell at his feet. Please come back. Please forgive us. I think we did it a lot. You might have done some mistake, but I think we gave you too much of embarrassment or something like that. And then he brought him back. And then Bhakti was happy, and then he inaugurated. So the point is, of course, it's not like the spiritual master is encouraging some kind of wrong behavior. The point is that how the devotee is very precious. Now, devotees can be reformed. They need not be just removed bluntly. There may be some situation when just to protect the devotees, we have to do some disciplinary action. That's fine. But sometimes that might not be like a very grave, serious, some mistake he might have done. But sometimes we may not understand the value of one devotee. Because in the eyes of Krishna, every devotee is very important. Every devotee is like a VIP for him. Though Krishna has so many VIP devotees. So that is the heart of Krishna, you can see. So Krishna actually misses the association of Chaitanya Prabhu. And when this Chaitanya Prabhu will, get time to do more, reciprocation with me, and when he will be having more time to spend with me, and he'll offer his love to me. That's what he is waiting. That's how Krishna is always eager for each and every devotee, because he has a unique relationship with every living entity. So we cannot undermine any devotee, because every devotee is very important to Krishna. Sometimes you may think, oh, it's fine. Even if I don't worry of that, I don't care of that. I mean, it's fine. That fellow, I don't have to. We may sometimes just kind of have that kind of attitude. Not good. Not good. So we have to be very, very much clear in our heart that how every devotee is very important in the eyes of Lord. So we cannot afford to disrespect or speak in a way which is like neglectfully. It's not very ideal. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful, because every devotee is very important in the eyes of Lord, like that. And we need to recognize that and see how in our life we start valuing not only Lord, even devotees as well. So as when we are in the beginning stage, then we value Lord so much, and we don't know how to deal with devotees properly. So that's the Kanishta stage. We respect the Lord a lot, but we don't understand that for the Lord, what is very, very important is the devotees. So we will not value the devotees. We may be very much into worshipping the deities and doing so much for the Lord, but devotees we are not so much having heart for. Devotee may speak in any way. So that we have to be careful. So it's like a journey. We have to consciously rectify ourselves and see how we can value the devotees also. So with all kinds of devotees, we have to have respect. That's important. So with respect, we can deal. Different devotees, very great senior Vaishnavas, then we can offer our heart and soul, our life, and follow their orders. And there are some equal devotees, we should respectfully appreciate them, encourage them. And younger devotee, we can respectfully guide them. Respect is the common denominator in Vaishnava relationship. Respect should be there. So we all struggle with that, because we have our lower nature. We tend to be kanishtas at times, and that's why we are struggling. But at least we should know, and then we keep working on ourselves, like that. So here, from Krishna's perspective, every devotee is very dear. So the wise man is very dear to Krishna, and all others also magnanimous. So think about it. When you are some VIP, comes to you. So what do you feel? You feel yourself indebted to that person, correct? Let's say a person who is a VIP in your eyes, and he comes. You invite and he comes. Then you feel favored, right? So same way Krishna feels. That's why Krishna is saying they're all magnanimous. They're very, very magnanimous. That's why they've come to me. The Krishna feel obliged, because even though they are distressed in they have come to Krishna for satisfaction, but they have come to Krishna, they have come to me. So they feel very, very, like some VIP comes and he looks for some favor from you. He has come only for looking for some favor. Still you feel happy. Still you feel favored, because he's a very important man for you. Even though he has just come not for out of love, pure love, but he has come for some benefit from you. Still you feel grateful. He's a very great important man for your life. Yeah. Correct? Yeah. You still feel magnanimous. So Krishna still feels they are magnanimous. What to speak of somebody who comes out of love? Imagine VIP comes only just to please you. My God, I can't expect it. Just come just to please, just to, for me, doesn't want anything from me. That is something like Krishna is highly indebted to his pure devotees. So they all accepted as liberal, broad-minded Mahatmas. That's why even neophyte devotees are also considered Mahatmas from the eyes of Krishna, because they have come to Krishna. So they're accepted as liberal, broad-minded Mahatmas. See, it's amazing. That means every devotee is a Mahatma. That's so how much we have to give value to the devotee actually. Yeah, somehow we have material vision, so we don't understand. We tend to see fault only. So it's very challenging. Another devotee was telling one other day, we have a devotee, he said that fault finding means what? When you're wanting to find fault, that's called, then you find faults. Fault finding. You want to find fault, then you see the faults. But he's saying if you don't want to find faults, when you want to see the glory, then you'll see glories of others. Our mind is very bad, no? Not so much ready that way. So we all struggle. We continue at least working somewhere in this direction. So without being elevated to the position of Jnani or wise man, one cannot stick to the principle of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah. So the less intelligent or those whose intelligence has been taken away by the spell of Maya are attached to different demigods on account of influence of the modes of nature. Somebody can read. Pranay, would you like to read?
Yeah. Without being elevated to the position of a Jnani or wise man, one cannot stick to the principle of worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The less intelligent or those whose intelligence has been taken away by the spell of Maya are attached to different demigods on account of the influence of the modes of nature. The wise man is he who has thoroughly understood that he is spirit, soul, and not simply a body, because he realizes that he is spirit and Krishna is the supreme spirit. He knows that his intimate relationship should be with Krishna, not with this body. The distressed and the man in want of money are in the material concept of life, because distress and need of money are both in relationship with this body. One who is inquisitive may be a little above the distressed and the man in need of money, but still he is on the material platform. But a wise man who seeks Krishna knows perfectly well that he is spirit soul or Brahman, and that Krishna is the supreme spirit soul or Parabrahman. He knows that the spirit soul, being subordinate and finite, should always dovetail himself with the infinite and supreme soul, Krishna. That is the relationship of the wise man with Krishna.
Without being elevated to the position of Jnani, wise man, one cannot stick to the principle of worshipping the Supreme Lord. The less intelligent or those intelligence has been taken away spell of Maya, they go to the demigods because they're influenced by the different modes and they have material desires, then they go to different demigods. The wise man who has thoroughly understood that he is spirit, soul, and not simply a body, because he realizes that he is spirit. Krishna, the supreme spirit. He knows that his intimate relationship with Krishna only, not should be with Krishna, not with the body. The distressed and man in want of money are in the material concept of life because their distress and need of money are both in relationship with his body. Good, nicely put up. But one who is inquisitive may be a little above the distress and a man in need of money, but still is on the material platform because his inquisitiveness is not out of seeking spiritual essence. He is inquisitive. Oh, ये Hare Krishna वाले लोग क्या करते हैं? What these fellows do? Why they keep jumping up and down? You know, how they are having such nice food. Somewhere inquisitiveness is there. What is there? So many books are there. What did Swami Prabhupada did? In 14 years, 12 years, so many temples came up. Like there's some inquisitiveness. But Jnani is somebody who's seeking spiritual essence. So one who is inquisitive may be a little above the distance of a man in need of money, but still is on the material platform. But a wise who seeks Krishna knows perfectly well that he is spirit soul or Brahman. That Krishna is the supreme spirit soul or Parabrahman. So that's why those who come to Krishna, like this, those are like kind of Jnani, they are very special because they're coming with a very genuine seeking of Krishna and they have somehow settled with this understanding that my relationship with body is not something very something very important, and it's not something eternal, and it's not something of worth spending time with, because all other people in this world are only money and wanting comfort and wanting to get rid of distress. That's what everyone's focus is. So a devotee of the Lord, he goes up, he goes beyond that. He's not seeking any kind of comfort on the platform of body, mind, ego. He's not seeking comfort there. So what he's seeking is a spiritual essence. That is a devotee. The wise man who sees Krishna knows perfectly well. So otherwise, generally people go for get rid of distress and getting more money or something. So atyantika sukha pravritti, atyantika dukha nivritti. That's the only purpose they go for to Krishna. So everybody is going for Krishna for that purpose. But a wise man who says Krishna knows perfectly whether his spirit soul, the Brahman, that Krishna is principle, the Parabrahman. He knows that his spirit soul, being subordinate and finite, should always be doubted in himself with the infinite supreme soul, Krishna. That is the relation of the wise man with Krishna. So I see one very important point. Everybody is looking for pleasure and avoiding pain, correct? You can see the distress means pain, and money you can equate to pleasure, right? So that's what people think. But actually, if you see now, the pleasure without having Krishna or without having meaning to your life, real meaning is devotional service, right? So you can see pleasure without meaning, when there is no meaning, when there is no alignment with the Lord, when there is no principles in your life, and you only seek pleasure. So then actually that becomes depression. Eventually you will find depressed. Even the wealthiest people also, they find depression, they find problems in their life. They find lonely, they find hollowness, they will find all that troubles. So, and but even if there is pain, but you have meaning to your life, when you have purpose to your life, then you can embrace that pain, no problem. Because even though when I am seeking spiritual lessons, when I'm seeking Krishna, when I'm having a purpose in my life, and while going for that purpose, even if I have pain, I embrace it because it gives me purpose, because I have a purpose there. You're getting now? So actually, what really makes us happy, what really gives us content is when we are aligning ourselves with the principles, with the purpose of attaining Krishna. When we have that in our life, so that's why Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna consciousness gives us such a high meaning to our life. So then a devotee can actually take all varieties of pains and pleasures, whatever comes on the way, because he has got the meaning to his life. So, so there is it's called artha. Artha means we have so much of assets, right? Material comfort and this is the artha. But artha, like all the things whatever we have, is it doesn't have paramartha. Paramartha means when we don't have meaning, when we don't have a sense of pleasing Krishna, then simply it becomes anartha. Anartha means it is simply waste. It won't help us, right? But when we have artha and we have paramartha as well, everybody has some artha, but when we have paramartha, that means when we have purpose to serve the Supreme Lord, then actually everything becomes wonderful. That's a true success. So we don't have to worry about pains and pleasures in this world. That's not our real interest actually. Because understand what's your real interest at core. Our core real interest is not the pleasure and pain, because even after you get pleasure also you're not happy. So we should know that's not our real interest. Our real interest is not pleasure. Our real interest is not to avoid pain. Our real interest is to get the meaning in life. And when you read Bhagavad Gita regularly, when you chant Hare Krishna Mantra, when you're having this spiritual alignment, so what is happening is actually you're adding so much meaning to your life. You're getting such kind of deep, purpose-driven life you live, right? So that's why your life becomes so wonderful. You see, Prabhupada, when he left Vrindavan and came to US, was he very happy? Externally speaking, no. Prabhupada writes also, I'm in New York, I'm not happy. So you can say, Purely should always be happy. How is he not happy? Yes, he's not happy on the surface, but his purpose is so great that he's happy to accept that unhappiness. So this is what makes devotee different from a non-devotee, because devotee has a purpose. So he doesn't seek happiness or he is not trying to avoid pain. So his focus is not himself, his focus is Krishna. That's the devotee. Devotee means his focus becomes Krishna. So when focus is Krishna, it's challenging for us. No, we are speaking, but it's challenging for all of us because somehow we are accustomed to put ourselves in focus. No? So, but as devotees, our focus should be Krishna. No? That's what we are trying to do this, and it's very hard. No, this shift, to have this shift, it takes like lot of courage, lot of practice, lot of mercy. Until that, and also we get sufferings. Because you keep yourself in focus, you feel troubled, you feel suffering. Even in pleasure, also in pain, also both. Because you try to avoid pain, you still be having suffering. It's that it's like when you have pain and you're trying to avoid pain, the pain gets multiplied. It gets more troublesome. But when you have pain, you're not trying to avoid it, then it's just a pain. But when you have pain, but you're not just trying to avoid pain, you accept the pain, you embrace the pain, because there is a purpose there. You have a purpose in life. So you have nothing to, you're not hating pain. You're okay to take that pain. If in the journey of if in a purposeful journey, the pain is coming on its way, you embrace it. No problem. So that's fine. Because, anyway, I'm fixed in my journey. I have a purpose. So this pain comes in my way, no problem. That's why it said now, इस रास्ते पे बहुत ही, this path is not going to be bed of roses. It is said Shuras Siddhara. It's a razor's edge. Means in this path there will be difficulty, there will be troubles, there will be challenges. But it is all worth because we have purpose. Our purpose is very great. We have a purpose, so we don't have to worry too much about the pain part. Because you are going to be truly happy and satisfied because you have a very clear purpose and you're walking on that journey. You have a purpose. But there are people in this world, they have so much of pleasure, so much of assets, so much fame, power, so many things. But because they don't have the purpose, they don't have the true meaning to their life, so they actually suffer. They truly suffer in this world. Even after having all that, also they suffer like that. Like they may have money, but the no meaning, then they are just greed. Greed, it gets more and more aggravated. You have power, but no meaning, no purpose, then simply becomes exploitation. You have respect, you're seeking respect, but there's no meaning, then you simply become very egoistic. But you have all that, but we have purpose, then you can utilize it. Right? That way. So you can utilize it in the right way. So the whole point is that our focus has to change. It's not about me, it's about my journey towards Krishna, and it's about me being happy in trying to make Krishna happy. That's the purpose. That's the purpose-driven life. That's the meaning to my life. So even if I am having pain, but if my situation and my acts, the way I'm living my life, if it is pleasing Krishna, so that's the true happiness which our divinity gets at its core. It's very lofty philosophy what I'm speaking. And we all struggle with this, but that's how the Shastras teach us actually. Shastras are very deep. So don't be afraid of the pains. Don't be afraid of the challenges. They will come on the way, And they are less, they may come more also. Be ready because you're signing up with something the highest. You're signing up to go back to Godhead. So imagine, for going back to Godhead, whatever it takes, costs, is fine. You should be ready. There can be many challenges and troubles. So just like if you want to crack some IIT, you had some pain, challenges, you are okay because it's something very worth. So if you are going back to Godhead, if you want to go back to Godhead this very lifetime, so never mind about the pains or challenges or difficulties coming in your life because you have got a purpose now. So you can actually perfect your life and you can perfect the life of all of your dependents as well. I was today reading about Narada Muni section in the morning. Narada Muni's mother left his body, her body, and Narada Muni took it as Lord's mercy. And Prabhupada writes that this is the nature of sincere souls. They always take even reversals also. as mercy of the Lord. Amazing. It's how the Narada boy, the small boy. The small boy, his mother, and he writes also, he says also that she was the only she was the only person in her life, and she also had no one else. That's why she had completely kept him in the tie of her affection. But her mother went to milk a cow, and then on the way, the serpent bit and she died. And Narad boy did not get into depression, did not commit suicide. Rather, he went to North to search God. It's a Lord's arrangement, right? So, by becoming Narad Muni becoming pure devotee, all mother and all the previous generation, everybody gets to devotee actually. So we have a very great purpose of delivering and perfecting our life and all the other people whom are connected to us. So we should be very, very determined to walk on this path. So this verse is very, very, very great. So I can show you this. The Shadhara, I'll show you. Durgam, I read. Durgam Putastu. The way you are. This one. उत्तिष्ठ जागृता प्राप्य वरान् निबोधता शूरस्य धारा निशिता दुरत्यया दुर्गम पथस्थोत्कवयो वदन्ति. You can read. Virat Prabhu, like read.
Please wake up and try to understand the boon that you now have in this human form of life. The path of spiritual realization is very difficult. It is sharp like a razor's edge. That is the opinion of learned transcendental scholars.
So we say, come to Krishna is a very simple, easy, nice path. Remember, Chaitanya Prabhu Maharaj was saying this verse.
Yeah.
Right? But his spirituality was actually, called for, okay, comes a difficult path. Come. He was mentioning this point. You remember in the class?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it was a very open declaration because people knew that time that, yeah, I need spirituality. I need it. Just like IIT is very difficult. Come, join us. So people knew the importance of IIT. That's why they were ready to sign up with that. So we don't proclaim like that. Come, chant Hare Krishna and come to Krishna. It's a very, very difficult path. You'll get so many challenges. You'll get so many difficulties. You'll have to face a lot. You have to go through a lot. Nobody say, you have to start chanting 1 round, then 3 rounds, and then 16 rounds, and then Krishna will test you. You have to become humble. You have to do so many things. There are so many tests. Nobody will say like this. No, but yes, chant Hare Krishna. Be happy to say chant Hare Krishna. But we have to also struggle. That struggle is the something which is not highlighted. But yes, it is a Sukham also. So Sukham, it is also said, it is very joyfully performed because yes, Krishna is not made the Bhakti Yoga path. It's not a dry, it's very, very, Krishna reciprocates also. Krishna gives a lot of encouragement, a lot of reciprocation, a lot of sweetness also experience. So his underlying sweetness, amidst that struggle as well. That's how devotee can go on. And you can only experience that when you walk on this path. How there is sharp like a razor's edge. It's a difficult path. At the same time, it is very sublime and easy also. It's a happy. It's a susukham. You get some spiritual happiness within. So both continues like that. So that's why don't get fearful. Don't run away from challenges and difficulties, because there'll be underlying susukham, happiness. And that's how you become more and more qualified to access the real happiness, like that. So it comes with this package. So if you only want easygoing life, the Prabhupada says easygoing life and Krishna consciousness go ill together. Prabhupada says this. See, I'll try ill together. Yeah, see this one. An easygoing life and Krishna consciousness go ill together. See? So this is how the path is. Easygoing life and Krishna. So Prabhu, we are all marching ahead for a very great thing. So we can expect. So we should not be in illusion. But that's how we become more and more qualified to take deeper shelter of Krishna. Then we understand Krishna's reality and temporary nature of this world, flickering nature, temporary nature of this world. Then we understand. Then we are awakened to the reality of Krishna. So it requires certain purification. So all these tests and troubles and difficulties should be taken as purification. Just understand it's for purification. Don't get morose. And whenever difficulties are there, enhance your spiritual activity, enhance your Krishna consciousness. So we were coming less to the temple, come more to temple. You're chanting less rounds, chant more rounds. You're reading, hearing less, read and hear more. When difficulties come, focus more on taking spiritual life more. And that's how you get more and more shelter. That's how you can become more and more secured, even amidst all the difficulties. See, Prahlad Maharaj, he constantly remembering Krishna. He did not was thinking, okay, now my father is doing this strategy. Now how will I defeat him with another strategy? I will get some alliances with some of the demoniac, friends and get them in my party. Nothing he was doing. He was simply remembering the Lord. So he was simply his strategy was take full shelter of Krishna. So what happens? We become so occupied with our problems that we forget to take shelter of Krishna only. So that's why Krishna wants us to grow. So our difficulties are not that great like Prahlad Maharaj. So we will get challenges and difficulty which are little more than us. So that time we should remember that we have to go more deeper in Krishna consciousness. So that's why we need more shelter. Correct. So any comments, any question, any reflection anybody has?
Can go, I guess.
Yeah.
At the beginning, like I feel when we're in a place of ego, we think, oh, if somebody comes and seeks us only for what we have, like material benefit, then we're like, oh, this person is just like, he only cares about money or favors or whatever. But even the people that go to Krishna who are in distress or seeking money are considered, and maybe I didn't read this right or whatnot,
Magnanimous.
liberal and broad-minded. That's very interesting.
Yeah, because when we see those people coming to us, we don't see them as VIP, no? We see them ordinary people.
But when we do see a VIP, like even if they're coming to us for money or a favor, then we don't mind it. So that means Krishna is viewing everybody as a VIP.
Yeah.
That's coming to him.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, it's true. Let's say your own father comes, he's very great man, he's big businessman. He comes and, hey, Chaitanya, I need some money, give me some money. You feel favored. Oh, my father wants money from me. Correct?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have respect for him, of course, if somebody's father is drunkard and he's simply asking money, you will feel bad. Then you will not feel nice. But if he's a great man, he's accomplished. He doesn't need anything. He comes Correct. So so the point is not about the person has things. The point is in your eyes, the person is very important to you. That's the point. It's not about the person has a lot. Like a devotee, the person who is coming, the jiva, he has what he has. He hasn't much. But Krishna's eyes, no, he's very important. Very, very important. Another example can be seen like it's parents. Parents, when the child comes to them, no matter for what, parents feel very happy. Even they have come for some kind of, no, mama, paisa do na cinema jaunga, no. I'll go for a movie, give me some money. Like that. So mother feels happy only. That this fellow has come for money only. It's okay, he has come to me. Correct? Because for the mother, it is child. Child is very important for the mother. Very, very important. So the parents feel happy, even if the child comes for some material also. So got it, no? So this understanding is building how, and Krishna misses our relationship actually. Krishna is missing every individual of us, simultaneously all of us. Like that. So you can think like that, can close your eyes and think, entire thing what's happening in this universe, devotees, Maya, everything is orchestrated by Krishna just to deliver me from the cycle of birth. Nothing else. There's some devotees around, there's some people who are troubling me, there's some relatives in my life, those who are creating some situation by which I'm becoming helpless, whatever it is. All that was Krishna orchestrating for me to come to Krishna, to go back to Paran. You understand? No? And that's what pure duty also feels like. I'll show you one this thing. See, one devotee, even if mm, um,
I think I remember this. Srila Prabhupada's mission. Even if one person goes back to Godhead, then the entire mission of Krishna consciousness has been a success.
yeah, where you read it?
You told it in the Ramayana class.
I told you that, But I'll show you. This, I think it is there in Gita as well. I think second chapter, last verse. I think so. Let's see. No, not that one. In Dhruv Maharaj section also it comes. In Dhruv Maharaj section it comes. Okay, it comes in Adi Lila also. Difficult to locate sometimes. Adi, what chapter? Or sixth chapter, I think. Okay. Not even. Let me get it. Yeah, here somewhere. But I was 17. No? Here it will come. Now I can locate on the 17 point.
I think it's in like Canto 4, chapter 12, verse 33.
Yeah, that I can read that. That is also there.
Okay.
Read this.
Which one?
Read the purport there.
Yeah. This incident proves that Shiksha or Diksha Guru, who has a disciple who strongly executes devotional service like Dhruv Maharaj, can be carried by the disciple even though the instructor is not as advanced. Although Suniti was an instructor to Dhruv Maharaj, she could not go to the forest because she was a woman, nor could she execute austerities and penances as Dhruv Maharaj did. Still, Dhruv Maharaj was able to take his mother with him. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj also delivered his atheistic father Hiranyakashipu. The conclusion is that a disciple or an offspring who is a very strong devotee can carry with him to Vaikunt Lok either his father, mother, or Shiksha or Diksha Guru. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say, if I could perfectly deliver even one soul back home, back to Godhead, I would think my mission propagating Krishna consciousness to be successful. The Krishna
Mm.
consciousness movement is spreading now all over the world, and sometimes I think that even though I am crippled in many ways, if one of my disciples becomes as strong as Dhruv Maharaj, then he will be able to carry me with him to Vaikunt Lok.
See?
Yeah.
But I just recently read also here. Just getting this source line. But there, yeah, that is correct. What you said is correct.
Hmm.
There is one page, but recently also I read it. He writes, even with all the cost of temple, matha, money, everything, if only one person goes back to God, the whole mission is success. It says this one. So this means how much one person is important. See, sometimes in mass we should not forget one person is important. So one person, because the eyes of Krishna, one person is also very important. Prabhupada was telling to Jivanand Puri. Remember, I was telling Ramanagas also. Chant Hare Krishna, that I years of that. And then he chanted, he said, the entire Krishna consciousness movement is a grand success. You remember Chaitanya Bhai told this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember, even if you chant one Hare, then all your sins are cleansed.
Yeah, yeah. So this is
That's
how
the power.
powerful this process is. It's just a matter of being sincere and genuine, and become more and more faithful in our path, in our devotional path. Okay. So any yes, Pranay Prabhu, you have any reflection?
Yeah, I like that point. Like for the purpose, like our purpose is very great, like to go back to Godhead. So we'll face like challenges in the way, but we should keep moving forward and take shelter of the Lord completely, similar to like Prahlad Maharaj. So yeah, so that
Mm.
point I like. Yeah, and like a wise man, like we should be like attached with like Krishna with love and not mostly for like material benefits.
Mm. Yes, that is the highest.
Hmm.
But even we may not have right now, but at least that keep that intent, know that we have to
Yeah.
be purified. So this is a neophyte stage. And yesterday we were discussing that how we have to come to the second. So neophyte is for third class devotee. Third class devotee is only for money and all that. No? Wanting pleasure, avoiding pain. For that he has come to Krishna. But he may go away also if he doesn't come to the higher understanding. So much difficulties come, then he leave Krishna. Or when his plans for pleasure is not fulfilled, then he may also leave Krishna. So there's a challenge there. That's why one shouldn't remain on that platform. One should come to the platform of having more faith in Krishna and understanding that my devotional service is beyond all these planes and pleas. It's very superficial. It develops more faith in Krishna. It's Krishna's protection, Krishna's security and shelter beyond all these pains and pains. You may be undergoing pain doesn't mean you're not having shelter of Krishna. Pain may be there, but you have more deeper shelter of Krishna. That time you're more ecstatic. So Bhakti Thakur says, Tumhara sevaye je to dekha se to param sukha. The source of my greatest ecstasy and happiness in your service when I have some pain. Some troubles. Prashant Bro, you have any point to share?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I like the point, like one should not seek the material happiness, rather seek the eternal happiness. And whenever we are in pain or in distress, one should increase their spiritual practices.
Both of you are hearing?
So Ramneet was listening just like 2 minutes before. Now she went back to the kitchen.
Any reflection from her side? You can ask.
Let me ask Prabhuji.
And all of us are undergoing so much of pains, right? There is nobody who is not. Think about in your life, all of you. If I ask Pranay Prabhu, Chaitanya Prabhu, Prashant Prabhu, all of us we are undergoing some difficulty in life, correct? Chaitanya Prabhu, you have something or nothing? Everything is good.
Compared to a lot of other people, what I face is nothing.
Yeah, but there always something, right? Something to do, something is there.
Small things.
Yeah. But the nature of this world is small, big. We never know when the small thing becomes big. That's the nature of this world. You take a football in the sky, it looks very nice, but soon it comes down and gets kicked. So the world is like this, Prabhu. Suddenly the whole thing changes. We never know. Sometimes people are very good, everything nice, and suddenly they detect some fatal disease. Suddenly it happens sometimes. Or somebody everything is going good, then some little dies. Or something is going good, somebody turns against you. So in this world, anything happen can anytime. This is called forest fire. It's like a fire in material world. How the fire catches, we never know. That's how it is. This world is very uncertain. So we should be prepared. That's why always. Even though things may be comfortable now, know that anytime there can be severe challenge. And challenges means it is really a challenge. It is difficulties. It goes like you have to be ready. That's why we should be grounded, anchored nicely in spiritual life. Yes, sir, Prabhu. Prashant Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, Prabhuji, as per my reflection was like I haven't heard the whole thing, but yeah, I have heard from the time like you were talking about the Narad Muni and the Prahlad Maharaj. So, like even in the distress, like they started chanting even more, and they took the Lord Krishna's shelter. So. Yeah, that's what my reflection is. Yeah, even in the pain and distress, like we should increase our chanting and we should chant more.
So how many rounds you're chanting?
Prabhuji, I haven't, yeah, while going to my office, like in the car, like I do chant, and like with Gaurangi, I chant some like without beats. So it's not, I don't have a consolidated like how many rounds I chant, but yes, I chant. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to, that's the whole point is this, that we have to give exclusive time to Krishna. So you can discuss, both of you discuss how you should get time where you can focus with it. That shows your faith in Krishna. That means you value.
हाँ जी.
So you may be chanting, but you chant exclusively. Chant some good number of rounds exclusively for Krishna's praise. And difficulties, still we have time for Krishna, we chant, we do that.
हाँ जी.
And so Narad Muni point we discussed from quite late, I think. So from beginning you were not there?
No, Prabhuji.
You came, I think, what time around 7:30 or something? I mean 8:30. When we started Narad
Yeah.
Muni? That was quite late after the whole talk of Nerudi.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you discuss? Did you hear about Artha, Anartha, Paramartha, all that?
Prabhuji, I've heard, I listened to one audio Prashanta shared with me regarding that crocodile and yeah,
Uh,
हाँ जी वो वाली ऑडियो मैंने सुनी थी.
yeah, no. What I'm saying is in today's lecture, I spoke about Paramartha and Artha without Paramartha is
No, Prabhuji,
Anartha.
I haven't heard that. No.
Okay, okay.
हाँ जी
Anyway, we discuss all that also.
हाँ जी हाँ जी
Maybe if the recording is there, if you want, you can hear that portion where we're
हाँ जी.
discussing about Artha minus Paramartha is called Anartha that we're discussing. So you see that we are looking for pain, pleasure, but actually when we have meaning in life, that is what we are looking for. And Krishna Consciousness gives us the highest meaning. Anyway, I already spoke, but if you want, you can
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji.
we're elaborating that.
हाँ जी हाँ जी.
But
So the Prabhuji, like these recordings are on the YouTube channel or
yeah,
where can I find
so
these recordings?
Virat to sends it in the group. And in
Okay,
case not, there is a Yuva Gurukul YouTube channel also that you'll get it.
okay, yeah, sure, Prabhuji.
Yuva Gurukul YouTube channel, there you'll get it. Otherwise, Virat also puts in the group sometimes.
Okay, okay, sure,
Yeah.
Prabhuji. हाँ जी.
And
Hare
Prashant,
Krishna.
you heard the whole thing, Prashant?
I think so. Yes, Prabhuji, he heard. Prashant, did you hear the whole thing?
Which one, Prabhuji?
Whole
This
lecture.
complete.
Radhanath Swami Maharaj?
No, we have last lecture now.
Today's lecture, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Yes, I was from the beginning.
Okay. Good.
Yes,
You heard that Paramartha, Anartha, Artha, and all that.
Today, yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
So tomorrow we are going to meet at 1 Pranay Prabhu and Chaitanya Prabhu, and if
I
not
can
in
attend it
person,
remotely
online.
because I'll be at
I'll
the
try to come, otherwise, yeah, remotely, yes.
You'll be remotely, Pranay Prabhu.
I'll try to come, yeah.
Yeah. So evening is the Maharaj also giving lecture.
Okay.
I'll
If
be
you
there
want,
in person for that.
if you want, I mean, if you are able to stay from morning to afternoon to evening, it's good. Otherwise, you can come in the evening and remotely you can attend that one.
Okay.
Whatever
Yeah, that
works.
I can do. Evening, like what time is that?
So Maharaj will speak from 6:30, I believe. So you can
Okay.
come before that. Actually,
Okay.
5:15, Maharaj is going to come and address question answers. 5:15.
Okay.
So maybe coming to 5 p.m. is good.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
then. Hare Krishna.
And Chaitanya Prabhu, you are able to chant regularly? One now?
Most of the days, yes. Most of the days. Not all the days. Still,
Yeah. So you can make it a point, like I want to do it one day. Try
yeah.
to do that. That's your connection with Krishna, like that. So you should feel like something missing, like if I have not done. So then before sleeping, at least you do it, complete it, in case you missed it. Yes, Prabhu, good. And Pranay Prabhu, you are able to do it every day?
Yeah.
You chant how many rounds?
Like I was doing 3, now doing 4. Like we talked, right? 1 round I should
Good.
dedicate it.
That's nice. Good.
Yeah.
Pranay Prabhu is too consistent. Have so much to look up to.
No, like sometimes I miss, like it's 90% of the days I can do.
But Pranay Prabhu is going through a lot, parents' health and company and all that. But I'm quite inspired by seeing his sincerity and dedication. Very good Prabhu. But don't worry, all of us have that purification.
Capacity.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so take it that
Today
way.
is like, that's why like lecture was relatable, like you'll go through like challenges and everything, but we should keep like moving forward. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, everybody goes through pain in this world. Nobody is spared today or tomorrow, because purification means you have to be ready for that pain. You go to doctor, you don't
Yeah.
find treatment without there have to some struggle in treatment. And our disease is a lot. We are disease of ignorance. It requires some kind of purification. So to be ready. Just like when you go to the doctor, you have pain, but purpose of recovery is there. So when you remember the purpose, then you can take the pain. Okay, so all of us have our own pains. So, don't worry. We're on the same boat. We may be smiling, but we may be struggling with pain, no problem. That's okay. That's how our life is. So pain we don't have to worry about. Sometimes pain, sometimes pleasure also comes. So don't get elated. That's what Krishna says in Gita. Don't get elated when there is happiness. Don't get depressed when there is pain. That's why Krishna is saying. That's the reason he's saying. If happiness comes, you want to enjoy that happiness. Pain comes, then you suffer also equally. So devotee of the Lord doesn't want to enjoy his situation. That's the devotee. He wants to serve. Focus is not me. Focus is Krishna. Purpose. So I have service to Krishna in pleasure and pain. I serve Krishna. That's all. And that shift takes time. It's not doesn't happen because ego is so powerful. Ego means self. So we all struggle. I seek your blessings, and I pray for all of you for my own, to be able to follow this, and I pray that you can also. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you.
Jai Gaur Bhakti.
Thank you, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Sorry, I took a lot. I don't take so long, but somehow I found all of you after a long time.
Yeah,
Prabhu was
Nice.
busy
Very
with a lot
nice.
of
yeah.
hectic schedules, and Chaitanya Prabhu was generally in evenings it becomes challenging. So I think that's why with my over enthusiasm, so I went overboard and half an hour late. But I'm trying to be 8:30 a.m. So another day if you join, you find me 8:30 around 8:30 only.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Bye.